This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Mark Chamberlain out here in Saudi Arabia. Mark, your first day here. Firstly, how are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks. All good. Like you say, first day here, just getting used to everything. A little bit of a time difference and settling in, but yeah, it's all good.
Different experience to what you're used to fighting back home. You're at a very early stage of the week, but how are you thinking the week will play out for yourself? And does it feel different being abroad instead of being back home preparing for a fight?
Yeah, it's good. Like you say, a different experience being out of the country for the first time as a professional. Just take each day as it comes. Got a very busy week coming up. Every day from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got something to do every evening, like whether it's media, weigh-ins, pictures, so on. So yeah, just keep busy really. But yeah, I mean, it should be a good fight week. I've had worse ones, that's for sure.
Is that something you look forward to during a fight week, Mark? Because everybody's different. Some fighters I speak to, and they absolutely despise fight week because they just want to get to Saturday night. You've cut weight. You're just focusing on the fight. You want to get in there and let your hands go and then enjoy what's to come afterwards. Or do you enjoy the build-up around it?
This time round, I've enjoyed it a bit better. Obviously, being out here will be good, but normally at home fight week's pretty boring because I like to keep my distance from everyone, just to stay away from germs. If someone's ill or something like that, do you know what I mean? I put all the hard work in for me to then get ill would be disheartening as such. But yeah, I mean, it's all good. Fight week's normally rubbish, but hopefully this week should be good.
How much can that play on a fighter's mind? Because an interesting point you make there about trying to make sure that nothing happens to you during the fight week. Because I've done interviews with fighters, or even off the record, you speak to a fighter and they'll say, yeah, they caught something earlier in the week and it kind of put them back a bit in terms of trying to get down those final few pounds. Is it something which does play on your mind?
Yeah, all the time. Like I say, obviously, mainly when you're at home, like especially this time of year in the cold and that, and all the germs, flu, and everything that's going around. And then if you was to get ill, it's not going to be ideal because you need to be 100%, don't you? And obviously, if you've got a bad chest or something, then you're not 100%. So I'd be quite upset if something was to happen. Yeah.
Well, Mark, fingers crossed you go into Friday night, 100%. Is that going to be any different fighting on a Friday night?
No, I think my last 2 or 3 have been on a Friday night anyway.
You have, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the weighing in on the Thursday is not an issue. The fight night on the Friday is not an issue. I guess I then get home on the Saturday and then have a big Chinese.
Need to have a word with Frank and get you on one of those Saturday night fights again, Mark. We're just going into this coming back this weekend. Gavin Gwynne, the man in the opposite corner to yourself. How excited are you for this fight?
Yeah, really excited for this one, purely because it's a proper test for me. Obviously, Gavin's a great fighter. He proved what level he's boxed at, and he isn't no idiot. Do you know what I mean? So we haven't took him lightly. Well, we don't take none of our opponents lightly, but I know I've got it all to do, and I'm prepared for 10-round war. Simple as that.
Is that how you envisage this fight going? We know with yourself you're a very aggressive fighter. You've got an impressive knockout ratio on your resume. Is this one which you see the outcome being a stoppage victory in your favour?
I won't go looking for it, but I know what I'm capable of, and if I find an opening and I know there's an opportunity, then yeah, I should just jump straight on him.
Obviously, Gavin Gwynne, up until the point of his opponent not being able to continue, had his critics from his last fight. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone has an off night. Maybe Gavin had an off night, I don't know. But yeah, the fella he fought, Marcia Massili or something, I think he was like 47 years old. I'll be honest with you, I think he was punching him all around the ring until he got injured with his arm. But like I say, I mean, I don't look at that performance because he has had good performances. But I truly believe I'm on the way and in his way, and I believe I'll get the job done on the night.
Do you feel like you really want to make a statement though as well on Friday night, because it's a massive show you are, Boxing Night, and there's so many big fights being spoken about? There's one in particular which I'll ask you about shortly, and with a domestic rival of yours, but do you feel like it's all bubbling up nicely for you to try and produce something special on Friday night?
Yeah, definitely, I've got to. It's a massive platform. It's not just going to be the thousands watching, it's the world watching. So yeah, I mean, I know I've got to put on a big performance and turn up on the night, that's for sure.
Mark, I'm interested before we do come on to those domestic names. Obviously, we'll see Frank, your promoter, up on the top table. You'll also see Eddie Hearn. Seem to be best of friends these days. What's it been like for you from afar, just seeing kind of a relationship grow?
Yeah, I mean, it's what boxing needs, isn't it? His Excellency has done well to get everyone to the table and make fights happen from like platform to platform. So I'm hoping it's the start of something good and more fights get made. And yeah, it's great that they're sat at a table. They might not be best of friends, but it's business at the end of the day.
Going back rather to that original point which I was going to go to, the domestic route, the Sam Noakes fight. He recently fought a very impressive stoppage victory on his behalf. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, I mean, take my hat off to him. Yeah, I mean, he's got a nice few titles there now. It's what it is, isn't it, really? I mean, I get asked about it. It's been bubbling for so long now that the fight was meant to happen next. He didn't want to wait an extra 4 weeks for me because of my cut and that. So if he wanted the fight to happen deep down, he would have waited. But what a British title fight to have. I mean, anyone would have that every day of the week, wouldn't they?
100%, Mark. I think everybody's hoping to see that one in the very near future. And from what you've just said there, you're confident you come through Friday night unscathed. That is the fight which your promoter will want to make next as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would happen next. It might happen by the end of the year. But like I say, I've got a big task in front of me on Saturday night, a proper fight. So, yeah, I mean, I'll just take each fight as it comes. God willing, we get through on Friday, and then yeah, if he wants it when he wants it. I was ready for, I think we said middle of March anyway. Like I say, he took the fight on February the 10th, so it's what it is, isn't it? He's on his path, I'm on mine. Take my hat off to him. Simple as that.
In terms of names, obviously Gavin will be the most credible opponent on both of your records, looking and comparing them. Do you feel like he still needs that test?
Who?
Sam.
What do you mean?
In terms of a name and to bring that test to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I know he's obviously fought, I think, 2 undefeated fighters, but like, no disrespect, but come on, there's levels to the game, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? And I'm not one to shy away from a hard fight or anything like that. Hence why I'm in there with Gavin Gwynne. Do you know what I mean? He's top of the tree in Britain. Obviously, you got Maxi Hughes, like world level, but yeah, I mean, Gavin Gwynne's top of the tree in my eyes at the minute, and I like a big challenge, so yeah, why not?
All these flies flying around my light at the minute, so I apologise if any of them start attacking you as they are me, Mark. But just continuing with the theme, one other thing I want to put to you is a potential 5 versus 5 Queensberry versus Matchroom, which has been spoken about. Now, I've seen a few people mention, and Eddie's put forward, don't imagine it would happen, Sam versus Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz, obviously an Olympic medalist, very talented amateur, doing great things in the pro rank so far. Outside of that, do you feel like your name should be put forwards if there was to be a 5 versus 5 tournament? How much would you entertain that?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a tough fight. Whether they would take that or not, I don't know. I mean, I see my name getting thrown around in there with Campbell Hatton, but we don't even fight at the same weight. I think someone chucked my name in with, is it Gary Cully? I wouldn't shy away from no one, do you know what I mean, if they was to put me on that, but I don't think they are, because they're announcing it this weekend, I believe. So yeah, it's what it is. I mean, I'm open for a 5v5 or whatever they want to do. Just, I'm enjoying the moment, and I'd be more than happy to come back out here and get on a big stage again.
I mean, from my understanding, when they announce it, they're just going to kind of announce which category and which fighter they want to put forward. So, I mean, I imagine you'd have to be told within the next 48 hours or so if your name will be mentioned. But you mentioned that Gary Cully, he's been a very good domestic fighter, and Gary had a good win recently against Reece Mould. An interesting fight for yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't shy away from it. I'm in boxing to win what I can, and to win what I can and get as far as I want to go, you've got to beat these people, and well, you've got to fight these people and beat these people to get where you want to be. Hence why I'm taking the fight I took on Friday night. Yeah, so I'm all open for a challenge, and I'd be up for anything.
All right, Mark, just before I let you go, get your thoughts on 2 other fights on the card on Saturday night. Start off with that main event, Joshua Ngannou. What's your take on?
Yeah, I think Joshua does it. I don't know if he'll knock him out. I think he might stop him. But Ngannou's a tough man, isn't he? Very tough, man.
Big old boy as well.
I do back Joshua to get the job done, yeah.
I mean, of course, just beneath that, Joseph Parker and Zhang, everybody have asked, it's divided their opinion. Which way do you lean, though?
I think that's a very, very, very good fight. If the Joseph Parker turns up that fought Deontay Wilder, I think Zhang should be in for a hard night. But I think I'll sit on the fence for that one.
Keep those splinters in there then. One final one I'm going to ask, a fellow Queensbury fighter of yours, Nick Ball, in a world title fight with Ray Vargas. A fantastic fight. Will Nick get the job done?
Yeah, I mean, same again. He's got a big task on his hands, but I'm sure he's put the work in the gym and there's no reason for him not to.
Right, Mark, listen, I appreciate your time now. I'm leaving you to go catch up with the rest of your team. Enjoy the week to come, enjoy your time here in Saudi, and thank you for speaking to me in Boxing News.
Nice one, thank you.